Hello there, Pamela here with Passionate About Scrapbooking, your Stampin' Up demonstrator here for Feel Good Friday live with Pamela. I am your Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today is Friday, January 3rd, 2025. So Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. I have to tell you a funny little story because on Wednesday for my story and sketch, I got up, I got all dressed and cleaned up, and then I forgot to show my face at all. I just had it on my desk. And after my live was over, I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm trying to do better and get cleaned up, ready for the day so that I can, well, you can see my face. I wish I could see yours. So say hello if you're joining me. Let me know that you can hear me. I think you can. So today, again, is Feel Good Friday, and I'm feeling pretty good, pretty excited. I turned on some music. So I did this reel a couple of weeks ago using the Terrific Toadstools stamp and die set. And I did a reel that had, what's the song now? I probably can't remember it. Um, Let me see if I can look it up real quick. To be real, I can't play it, and I don't remember who. To be real by Cheryl Lynn. Okay, 70s music is my fave. Let me know what your favorite is. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you. So I turned on It's Got to Be Real by Cheryl Lynn, and I created a station. I have Apple Music, and when that song ended, it went to Shaka Khan. So as I was getting ready, I was imagining being in the disco, I guess. So it just kept playing 170 song after another. So what's your favorite genre of music or decade? So I love 70s. I was born in 1970, and I love 70s music because my uncle, my mom's brother, he lived with us. He was 10 years older than I was. And so he moved in with us when I was about two and when he was 12. And so into his teen years, I was growing up, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old and hanging out with him and listening to all the fabulous 70s music. So that's always been my very favorite genre of music. So just a little bit about me. Hey, Debbie, good morning. All right, so we have a lot going on, lots of exciting things happening that are happening now, coming up. I'm super excited today. Stamping Up will be announcing to the world through their social media um, the 2025 Artisan Design Team. And I have been honored and blessed to be asked to be a part of that this year. So I've been working on new assignments. I have my January assignment done. So that should go live, I think, next Friday, um, January 10th. And then I have my next assignment, I don't believe will go live until February 7th. And then I have like a creative project and tips and techniques that I'll be doing throughout the year. I have a couple of each one of those like two or three that'll post. And then we'll be doing lots of other fun projects as well. So, yay, Debbie, loving that 70s. So I'm pretty pumped and excited today because we are officially kicking off our artisan design team. The ladies that I'm meeting through that, they're all over the world. It is so awesome. They're from the US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Denmark, the Netherlands, Germany, France, the UK. It's really, really neat. When I was growing up, I always wanted to have a pen pal over in like the UK. So that's kind of what it feels like right now, is that I have all these brand new friends and pen pals from all over the world that I get to know over the next year. All right, so let's get busy. I am using today the marbled elegance. So I will show that here in just a minute. We do have the celebration coming up on January 7th. Okay, that is next Tuesday. This is like a super big deal with Stamping Up. This is my first one to participate in since I just joined back in May of 24 because of close to my heart closing their doors, and then I transitioned over to Stamping Up. So I can't show you the inside of it until January 7th, but I have been showing some products, like that terrific toadstools, the paper, the 6x6 cute paper. Speaking of, let me grab this real quick. This is something else that has to do with the artisan group. So last week, or earlier this week, I guess it actually was, the 2024 artisan design team each selected one of the new team members from the 2025 team, and they went to like our Instagram and scrolled through our Instagram, and they picked a project to case. So that means copy and still everything. And let's see, it was, I probably should have looked this up already. Danny, I think it's Danny. Yeah. Danny, I'm not sure what her last name is. I should have wrote it down, but I got a card in the mail that she cased from one of my projects. So I think I shared it in my stories, a link to her Instagram, but look how cute that is. She copied a card that I did with the lily pond. I don't even remember. It's been so long ago. But she even has her cute artisan um, stamp on the back. But I got that in the mail today and I love it. So that goes along with my To Be Real and my terrific toadstools. So I wanted to share that. I'll be doing a story or something about that later today. Got that late yesterday. Good morning, Flo. Thanks for joining me. Thank you so much. Oh, did they announce it? How exciting. So I know they updated the demonstrator website, but today they were supposed to announce it all over the world. So, so exciting. All right, so let's see. I am going to switch my camera and then I will share some more information about what we're doing today. All right, so let me have a few things I need to do. I did some rearranging yesterday because cats were knocking things off my table. I had a bunch of stuff that was right along the top over there. I was having to reach over and grab stuff. So I put things over here and over here. So I may be stumbling around a little bit to figure out where everything is. And then I've got my water here. I'm going to move because it's never a good idea to have your drink right by your projects. Ooh, that was tart. I did some lemon water. Okay, so I do still have some things over here. I have enough room now. I can bring in my catalogs. So this is what's going live on January 7th, our celebration, January 7th through February 28th. When you place an order of $60 or more, you can earn free product. If it gets up to $120 or more, there's like two other items that you can choose. And of course, as always, when you spend 150 or more, you earn stamping rewards, which is 10%. So it starts at $150, so that's $15, and then grows from there. And then we also have our new mini catalog. Look how thick it is. There is lots and lots of wonderful, fabulous product in here. I'll be starting to use this next week. And along with this one, I've already used some of the products a little bit here and there, but from here on out, we'll be working with the products that are in here. And then we also have, I can't share the brochure with you, I don't believe. We also have the scrapbooking brochure that goes live on January 7th that has coordinating products, scrapbooking workshops, stamps, dies, two brand new collections that aren't in the mini catalog, but then two that coordinate with products that are in the mini catalog. So lots going on. I'm going to move all that to the side and let's get busy on what we're doing today. So I am using the online exclusives, and this one went live, I think the beginning, I want to say November, but it may have been earlier than that. I honestly, it may be September. I can't even remember now. So much has been going on that I can't keep up with it. But let me share with you what I've already done with this suite of products. So you can go check out, I do have a live or a recording on this of when I made this card, and I will try to remember to link it in the description later today after the live. And so you can learn how to create it. But it was probably 2 months ago that I did this. So it has all the beautiful products. This is my absolute favorite product right now. This gold twisted ribbon. I think it's out of stock at the moment. It's coming back next week. So just FYI. Then we have these pretty gold sequin hearts. And this is a fun fold. So look how it opens up. It'll sit on the desk like that perfectly. And then the inside, sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I put the paper towel roll in the pantry with the kittens, and that's what's in the background. So it's nice and loud. All right, so I'll set that aside. My AirPods aren't cutting out all the noise, but oh well. Okay, then we have this is what I created on Monday for Make It Monday Live. I always do a two-page 12 by 12 scrapbook page layout, spread, whatever you want to call it. And this is a story about my mom and her boyfriend David. So I did some really nice journaling there and used something similar to an Allison Davis sketch. Was inspired by her. And then I used this as my title, did some gold heat embossing. So you can see that, see all the shine. Oh, and I absolutely love this brushed gold cardstock that was part of our online exclusives. So our online exclusives can only be found online. So you just need to go to my website at passionateaboutscrapbooking.stampinup.net and look under online exclusives. And we have tons of products that you won't find in one of our catalogs, but they're released on a pretty frequent basis. I think it was every 4 months, and it might be almost every 2 months now. I got to look that up and figure that out. Here, I'm going to put this over here, keep it safe. And then this is what I did on Wednesday for my story and sketch, my 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page that I do every week for my 8.5 by 11 scrapbook album that features just one page and a story, um, and usually I have photos. This time I just did my one little word for 2025, which is restore. So you can go back and watch the replay and see all the fun techniques that I did on that, which I think we'll be doing again today. So if you didn't catch it, I'm going to redo that and I'm going to make a reel out of one of these cards. One card, I know what I'm doing. The other one, you're gonna help me with it because I just have an idea in my head, I think. So, all right, here's the Hearts of Elegance photopolymer stamp set. The dies are included And you can get them in a bundle, so you get all of it together. Get 10% off when you do that, or buy them separately at retail price. And then you get this all these dies, which is so awesome. I've done lots of fun stuff with it. So today we're going to maybe use a few more of these sentiments in here. You can tell several of them have not even been used yet. So we'll be using that. And there's the flyer, some great samples right here as well. This sweet collection, when you buy the full bundle that has the paper, the bundle, the sequins, the thread, it also comes with a gift bag combo pack. So these are little, like, 4.5 by 5 3/4 inch bags, and 3 5/16 and 3 11/16 bag. Goodness, there's lots of noise going on in the background today. All right, I'm going to set that aside and let's get busy. So this one, y'all are going to help me with. This one, I think I know what I'm doing. We'll see. All right, so I've already done my die cutting. I did want to show you how I did this. So let me pull this out and I'll set all of this down here so you can see. All right, so this gigantic heart was cut with this one right here. Okay, so this would be really beautiful on a scrapbook page. These big hearts. I'm not sure how many, not sure how wide they are. This goes to 12. They'd have to overlap a little bit because they are about 4.5 inches wide and 4 inches tall. So you'd have to, if you wanted to do a border across your page or something like that, you could totally just have to overlap them a little bit. And then this was the fun one that I used. I just had my big sheet of brushed gold paper. I laid that out on the paper and then positioned that, taped it down with some washi tape, and ran it through the die cut machine, the stamp and emboss machine. And then you get this piece. So I can lay that over top of there. And then the inside is what these pieces came from. So I wanted to try and create something cool with that. So we'll see what happens next after this first card. All right, so see, there's that design on there. All right, so this one should come together fairly easily. I am going to do some technique because I want to. Um, I'm going to do, well, I say I'm going to, there it is. Let me find all my pieces. I'm going to do that same technique I did on Wednesday using the metallic enamel effects in gold. So if you're joining me, say hello and let me know where you're viewing from. All right, so I'm going to get my towel that I had earlier. I just have a white towel I keep handy. I'm going to put some enamel, all around the edge of here, set it aside to dry while I build up some of this other. So I'm going to try to make sure that it is pretty thin so that it dries. I just put it on the back of my spatula and then kind of brush it, smear it around the edge or wipe it off, and then kind of smear it back and forth. It will be a little messy, but it gives a really cool effect. You want it kind of thin So you can, more you flatten out your brush there, the thinner that it'll get. All right, then we're going to add some more. Those kittens are having a good time with that paper towel holder and paper towel roll, the cardboard part of it. I didn't think about them playing with it though while I'm trying to do my live. All right, just smear it, but try to keep it fairly thin. This is where it gets a little tricky. I don't want to lay it down on my table because then I haven't gotten any on the back though yet, it doesn't look like. So you can kind of wipe it down like this, and then this is just going to give a nice gold effect, gold accents that'll go with that paper. Try to get all that you can out there. And then, okay, I have a little stand over here. I'm going to, do I want to set it on that? Not really. I really kind of just want to set it on top of, I had this problem the other day. How about I do a little block? I'm going to do one of my blocks, and then I can set it over on top of that. I don't think I'm getting any on there. You want to make sure that you put your lid back on your enamel effects, and then you want to clean this off pretty quickly. If it dries on there, you should be able to get it off with alcohol. So I can set that aside now. I've got some Flirty Flamingo cardstock. This is 4¼ by 5½, so this is my base. I need to grab I need to find it, my gold ribbon. I have to hide it because Pumpkin keeps getting into my ribbon. Let me look. So I think I have plenty right here. I have some more, but I don't know what I did with it. So let me look in I don't think I'll need any more right now. Let me look in my box of goodies over here. Oh, let me show you. I keep just telling you about these boxes, but let me actually show them to you real quick. I could have done one of these today, but I'm really trying to stick with so see, they're just little gift bags. You can make your own little handle and then decorate and stamp them however you want. Perfect for candy and gift cards. So let's see, there's my other ribbon. If I needed it. I finally got, if you were with me on Wednesday, you would have seen my big wad of knotted up gold twisted ribbon. It was definitely twisted on Wednesday. Well, I got it untwisted and put back on the roll. So if I can keep it in here, I might be okay. All right. Got my chamois and my goodies that I might need. Move some stuff around here. And I may have to get my, what do you call it? Um, Heat tool, heat gun to dry that possibly. We'll see. Okay, but first I can put this down. I'm going to use some of my liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to layer these gold borders onto the marbled paper. Whoa. Every time I use this, it comes out a little bit more than I want. So let's put some glue. I want this to stay on here really good, so that's why I'm using the liquid glue. We're going to be doing some folding, some scoring. And I got this idea from a fellow demonstrator. I've seen several people do it, so I don't know who the original artist was for sure, but I liked it so much. I'm stepping it up a little bit more than the samples that I saw with that gold enamel effects and then the gold brushed cardstock. Yeah, so this paper is thicker, heavier, more like a cardstock weight. Just lining that up. So this could be anniversary, wedding, Valentine's Day, of course. All right, so I'm just going to make sure I've got that on there very securely. Okay, so there are both of those. And then this one, I did this, as you can see, I did this one right here along with this one right there. And I think I'm going to keep it, it's going to be pretty dimensional, I guess, already. So I don't think I am going to use dimensionals. And this is a little extra from the sample that I saw. I'm going to try to add this to mine just as a little added. All right, I've got glue squishing out up there, so it's kind of making a mess. Got a little heavy on the glue. Let me see. Sometimes I'll take my tweezers and I can clean it up a little bit, maybe. Oh well, we'll just leave it like that. Hopefully it'll dry clear, then you won't even see it. Okay, let's see how our piece is doing. I'm afraid it's not going to be dry enough. But let's go ahead and I think we can stamp on it. Going to pretty tacky still. Probably going to bring my heat gun over. Why don't we just go ahead and do that? So I'm going to have to be careful and not burn my fingers. Let's see what happens here. I'm just trying to dry it, help it dry a little faster. So I want to be careful because I don't want to like warp my paper too much. Knocking stuff off all over the place. Okay, let me decide what do we want to stamp on the inside. Let's see, I've done My Heart Belongs to You over and over again. I've used the Love You. That wasn't on that. I'm not sure if I used Love You for something. I don't know what it was. So let's just do our Happy Valentine's Day. Let's make this for Valentine's. All right, so I'm going to position it right about there. Got my block. And what color? How about Melon Mambo? I got to see where, okay, I was using my Melon Mambo last night. And give me 1 second. My chair is sinking. Okay, How's everyone doing? Did everybody share? If you came in late, I was talking about 70s music, and I was feeling good for Feel Good Friday this morning, jamming to my 70s music. All right. I'm seasoning it, if you didn't know. I just like to rub it across the palm of my hand, and then it'll stamp a little bit better. So I have to build everything up on this piece before we layer it onto that piece, FYI. So I got to be careful with this enamel effects. What other stamps do we have? We have a heart. I think I'm just going to put it right about there. Let's see. I wish there were like some little heart stamps. Okay, so pretty. I love that melon mambo. Bright and cheery. And got my chamois over here. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of clean up. That'll give, see how we're doing. Okay, I think that helped. Feels pretty dry now. And I think I'm just going to leave it like that because that'll give you plenty of room to write a name and I love you or whatever you want to put. Okay, so we're going to start with, I do have to use this to kind of position where I want everything, but we're going to, let me look at these. I'm going to do this one up here. So about right there is where I want it. So bringing in my paper trimmer, score blade, I'm going to flip this over. This is where I hope that's dry. If I can just line it up barely, I'm going to move that. Just going to score this. Okay, so I think there's a good score line there. Gonna bend it. Okay, we're gonna do one at a time. I'm gonna work on my getting a good crease there. Okay, so I want it to, I can let it come up just a little bit over the, I want it to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 still. All right, so right there, I'm gonna use the back of this just in case that, how about, I haven't used my, I don't know if I can find it. Let me see. How about my Stamp and Seal Plus? I haven't used, I don't know that I've even used this yet. Okay, and I'm gonna go, we just need adhesive right here. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Okay, all right, so we have a flap. Ta-da! Okay, but there's more. We're gonna do this one over here too. All right, so it's gonna be like that. And then we need to position this. Trying to turn it, decide how, like, I could do it way over here a little bit further. I'm thinking how far I want. Still a little bit tacky. The okay, I think I'm gonna do it right there. So it's right there to the edge. Got to score again. So let's flip it over. Score. See the score lines in there? And just spin that back. Just have to work on the cardstock to make sure it's scored pretty good. All right, same thing. Means make sure I can bring it down just a smidge past there, right there. Let's do that again with the Stampin' Seal. Oh, this is cool. I like that. Okay, so now we have this, and it can go like either way, I guess. I kind of like that better, I think. I don't know. You could do it either way. I'm thinking I'm gonna keep it that way. Okay, now I was thinking about doing this over here. And I gotta decide if I want to pop it up. I think I will. So let's get Stampin' Dimensional. I think I'm gonna leave it straight. I'd even go up even a little bit higher, like right there. And I'm gonna put one right here. And then let me see if I can squeeze in another one because I really want it on there good. I think I'll put it right underneath it like that. So this is going to be open, like not, you can't adhere anything to it. Okay, so now you have that. And then this is where we need our thread. Yeah, I know this is going to be really pretty. I just don't know that that's going to be long enough. I think this might be long enough. I'll measure it for you in a minute once I cut it. All right, I want it to come right across here. I want enough room or enough left to tie a knot. I think that's going to be good, or tie a bow. So this ends up being approximately, there's 13, 19, 20 inches. All right. I am going to, I want the bow to be right about here. So I'll measure it. So about 1 3/4. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to put some adhesive. I'm using the Stampin' Steel Plus. We'll put more adhesive in just a minute, but I just want to get this on here. I've got to make sure I have enough to tie it. Sorry, y'all can't see me. Got kiddos home today. All right, so that should hold that in there pretty good. Okay, press that in there to hold that in place. And then let's use the Stampin' Seal Plus to lay it down right here. Okay, and then let's see. I have to like do it upside down sometimes. Let me see. I just want it to go about right there. And of course, you will have to tie it and untie it every time you want to open and close it. But that'll be up to your recipient once they open it. Okay, there's that. The ends will fray on that gold twisted ribbon, and that's fine. All right, let's grab a few sequins and finish it off. And we could totally, didn't stay on there like it should have. I'll do one right here. Give me 1 second, please. You'll just need to stick it in the microwave and defrost it or heat it up for just a second. Just trying to get the bread pieces apart. I keep it in the freezer. I'll do this. Did I do the big one? I don't know if I did the big one. Can do there. Let's grab a little one, maybe put over here. All right. So there's card number 1. No sentiment on the front. You could add one maybe if you wanted to, but when you untie it, open it up. Happy Valentine's Day. You could even make these white on the background if you wanted, like cut another white piece if you needed more space for messaging or you wanted to put another sentiment like the I love you or something maybe. You could do that. All right, and then there's that gold enamel effects. So shut it this way and then can tie it right back up. I'm going to tie it back up and we'll move on to card number 2. And again, I really have no idea what I'm doing with card number 2 yet. I knew I wanted to make this one. What? Nah. Oh, I'll save it. Yeah, just save it. All right. We still have kids home for holiday break. It's their last Friday. Okay, so I'll set that aside. I love it. And then let's see what we can do with this. So let me tell you what I'm thinking. Kind of wanted to make, I want to adhere these together so that they go, well, I don't know if it's really going to work. I was looking at it. Could go like this. I guess one would be like this. So when you open it up, it opens up. Do, do, do. Does that make sense? I guess that's how I need to do it. And the only thing I was thinking about doing like a type of ribbon, but I think I'm just going to do a strip of cardstock. I don't know about a whole strip. And then I may need to cut some more pieces of this. And then once I get that done, so that's going to be my fun fold, then, and I think it may just be on the front of the card. So I think we may just make a standard size card. Not sure if I'm going to use this at all, maybe a little bit. I wanted it to coordinate with that some, and I guess that would. So let's look at Melon Mambo, and of course white. Let me grab some white. And I'm limited on my Melon Mambo. So let me look for a second. Don't think I have any in here. I have, pretty sure I just cut some. No, yeah, I did. Just a minute. I'm grabbing some of my 8.5 by 11 cardstock, looking to see if I have an extra sheet in here. If I took it out already, I have one. Yay. So a few colors. I've got some cardstock 8.5 by 11 where I bought the big pack, and then some are just my combo packs. So we've got this. Let's do, let me think for a minute. I think I'm going to do something simple like that. So let's make our card base. This will fit. I'm going to double check. It's 4 inches. So maybe I want to do a landscape card this time. I find myself making the portrait cards mostly. So I will. So 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to score it at 4.25. So just a standard size card. And then let's do, before I cut into that piece, I'm going to see what I have right here already cut. It's a little short. So let me grab this one and I'll do 4 inches by 5.25 for that. And let's do kind of maybe just a border. So we've got that, but I haven't used this. So maybe I'm going to do like a 1/2 inch. This is a 6 by 6 piece. Remember, I'm doing it this way. So maybe I'll just do a strip in here. So that needs to be 5.25. And I think I want to do, if I can find it. Oh, I'm going to grab my Versamark ink. And then I got to find, we'll see if I'm going to get to do this or not. I was looking for my gold embossing powder. You know what? I don't see it. I wonder if the cats knocked it off. So maybe I don't get to do that today. Give me 1 second. I'm looking, I'm looking, I'm looking. It's not in my tray, is it? No. Well, I'm not sure what I did with it. I guess I'm not doing that technique then. right, well, bummer. I know y'all have seen this technique probably before. You can run your Versamark over the edges and sprinkle your powder. I guess I better check my trash and all that later before. I don't know what happened. I have some more somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I got some for my in my, what do you call it? Artisan box. They sent me, so I have tons of it somewhere, but I've moved stuff around so much I don't remember where it goes. All right. So we just won't do that. What we might do instead, let me see what we got here, is I may just keep it super simple and let's just try to create what I wanted to create on top of here. So all of these are going to face this way, actually, here on the top. I might have to figure out, I think I can keep it. I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do. So let's keep this simple. We're just going to put this on top. I'm not going to use my stamp and seal plus for that though. And honestly, I should probably be just using my liquid glue. We'll just keep it nice and simple. Yeah, let me put this away before I use it all up. I don't want to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. I keep grabbing it. All right, so this is going to be centered. I think that's pretty good. And then I'm going to do, see like this strip here? I don't know. I was thinking of doing just, I do get to use my Stampin' Seal again. I'm going to do little 1 inch pieces. I think I just need 3. There might be a better way to do this, but this is just, I wanted to use these pieces and not let them go to waste. So I wanted to figure out a way to, I could score them. I guess I will. Let's see here. They're 1 inches, so I'm going to score them in half. So I've got little pieces like that. See how they're scored? I'm going to do all those. I thought about using ribbon, but I was afraid they would not stay straight, that they'd be all kind of cattywampus on here. So, okay, so there's my little strip. Okay, go ahead. And that's just part of life with everybody here. I'm right off the kitchen, by the way. I mean, in our kitchen nook, that's where my scrapbook area is. I've got all these beautiful windows right over here that on a normal day brings in lots of great light. Today, it's foggy and yucky looking outside. I don't know if it's supposed to rain today. Do you know, Debbie? Debbie's in Fredericksburg. Okay, so the first thing, so this is what I'm thinking I have to do right here, like this, because I want it to open up that way. All right, I'm gonna get my Stampin' Seal. So I'll put some on both sides. This really, I could open this up. Stampin' Seal is kind of interesting. So can you see it? Kind of have to roll it over on itself. Okay. The fold's going to be right there. I guess I can angle it a little bit, like right there. So see how I did it? And then I want to line this piece up. Let me get it all lined up before I let it stick, hopefully. So watching the bottom. Yay, it's gonna work. Now you can see just a little bit right there, but I mean, I guess I could snip a little bit maybe, but I won't. I'll just leave it like that. Okay, so if I do that one too, this one, I'd say I only needed two actually. Now this one's gotta be, this might be where it gets a little tricky. This one, I'm going to have to attach like this. All right, okay. So I've got to put the Stampin' Seal on the inside. So I think once I get this figured out, then all I got to do is, I'm gonna have to get that up. I just got some on the glass. I'm trying to get plenty on there. Then really it's just putting, it's decorating now that I've got this. Okay, so that's the top. And we want this line, we can line this up like this. And then I want to put it about the same spot. It's not quite tight enough. Let me, I'm just barely tacking it down because I still got it. Yeah, this one might not work as well. Get it. So it's got to be lined up. I think when it opens up this way, it's going to show a little bit more than it would have. So maybe I need to, let me see if I can undo this. I don't think it's not gonna matter. Second, I'll just leave it like it was. Okay, line up, because I want it to all be lined up. All right, we'll just leave it like it is. So, and it just is what it is. So it's kind of like cutting out hearts. I thought about trying to run it through. I wanted to use these because these were the leftovers, but you could possibly run your die where it doesn't actually cut the edge, just barely. But this is what I'm coming up with right now. So we've got kind of like the, what do you call them? Cut out hearts. All right, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to, you're going to be able to see that. I don't know that there's any way I can not have that on there. So this is just what we're going with today. All right, so I guess I will just glue that on there. I could do either or probably. I'm going to do the Stampin' Seal just to have the extra reinforcement. And then line this up, center it. Ta-da! Okay, it's funny. It kind of goes up this way now. I don't know why. Maybe because I did get it off a little bit here. Let me see. I wonder if I can. We're just going to get with it. It just is what it is. Okay, now I think, let me look and see what my options are here. We need to decorate. So let me decide. I need something on the inside so I could just do a banner across here instead of more hearts. Because see, the heart shapes are a little bit different. You could layer them. I think I'm just going to do a banner and sending lots of love, maybe, since I haven't used that one. Is that it? I think so. So I need like, I want it to go a little bit longer. What I say this was measure, let me measure. I want it to be about 4.5 inches long. And then 1 inch. So I'm going to go 1 inch, 4.5. I'm going to dovetail these ends. So to dovetail, if you've never done that before, 1/2 inch. You can mark it with a pencil if you wanted to. This is 1 inch. I just eyeball it and I cut in about 1/4 of an inch. The further you cut in, the pointier your tails are. So I've always called this dovetailing. That's what I learned. Kitchen table stamper. I want to say her name's Marissa, but I'm not 100% sure about that. She calls them chicken lips. I think that's so funny. Uh, but I think I'll stick with dovetail. All right, so here, I need to bring it up a little bit higher. I guess we'll just use that melon mambo again. Feel like my workspace is a lot farther away this time. I don't know why. Center. Okay. So far we are nice and clean, bright and white. Don't know if there's anything else I want to do. I need to do a couple of dots with that to go along with. We've got to bring in some ribbon somehow or some twine thread. Can't find the end. There it is. Maybe just do, when it's thin like this, I like to do 2. I just think that's pretty. Look at that. See, it's just with the extra, just looks more finished with more than one piece. You could do 3, 4. Maybe how about we just do 3 today? I haven't done that before. So let's do 3. It's going to be really pretty. And that will um, elevate. My stomach's growling, y'all. Hope y'all can't hear that. Look how pretty that is. Yep, I like that. I'm gonna leave them a little extra long, maybe. There we go. I am real quick going to cut. Guess I'm gonna have to cut into that piece because I want something on the inside. Let's decorate up the inside on this one, and then we will call it done. 5 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4. And then we might as well cut a little bit more of this, maybe just 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. So it's not completely plain on the inside. I like to, we'll finish this up here in a minute. And I got sidetracked. I just like to do a little border down here. Do I have any? I don't know if I have anything else in here. This is the one that I cut on Monday or tried to stamp on there, and it was a little, I think we'll just leave it like that. We could put a little, some sequins right there. Go ahead and put that in there. So this is going on the inside. We'll finish the front here in just 1 second. Does anybody have a favorite Stampin' Up color? I don't quite yet. I'm gonna pop this up. And y'all know what? I've got to decorate. I got to do something on the inside too. What was the point of doing that? So I guess I'm not quite done. So if you want to hang around and watch me finish the whole thing, guess you'll have to. So maybe I do need to bring in like some of the marbled color. Okay, I'm gonna, I didn't put them too far out, I don't think. Blue dots. Since this is pretty thick, I'm gonna use 2 glue dots. I think, yeah, just to give it a little bit more stability. I hate it when stuff falls off. I'm just gonna put that like right in the middle there. Now, got to do something with those. Not sure why this one, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Maybe it's just, maybe something shifted. All right, so we've got that on the front. I don't know if I'll put anything here, but maybe we'll put something here. Let's see. So I may have to cut. And you know what? I think we will do just to have an idea. So let's grab a scrap of white. Let's just fancy this up. I don't want to leave it undone. And I think this will just add to it. This is what we need. I'm gonna do a couple of, I think I'm gonna do 3 flowers. Okay. Then let me see if I have any. I think I saw one. Let's add some leaves. I think I just have one in here. Just to be clean. So we need our mossy meadow, and we'll embellish. Let me, I'm gonna stamp this real quick too. Get a bigger block. I'm going to stamp it once and stamp it. Let me flip it over. I might like that. Okay, mossy meadow. We'll just have to do a little bit of die cutting. So wrap this up. If you joined in late, I had my first card pretty much figured out, but this one was a fly by the seat of my pants. One, two. Let's just keep it simple. I don't want to be die cutting, sitting here die cutting all day. We've got this one and this one, and I guess let's do this one too. I might cut, how about I cut this one out of something? How about I do this one out of white? And maybe that one out of Melon Mambo. Okay, let's move this to the side. Get the machine out. And this will, once we get this done, then we'll have pretty much our items that we need. Let me move up here a little bit so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, I like my Post-it note tape. To hold my dies in place. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more. So that's my Post-it note tape, 1 inch. There is a bunch on there, 70 inches. All right, now the easiest way to figure this one out is find these 2 little bumps right here. They're right there, and that's how you line it up. Okay, let's move this over to the side a little bit. See if I have a little, oh, do I have a little scrap of Melon Mambo somewhere? Let me see. I should. Give me a second, maybe. I was using some Melon Mambo last night for another project. Oh, now I can't. There we go. 1 second. Oh, that's still a card base size. There's a card base size. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make sure I don't. How about I know what I can do. Let me grab my scraps because here we go. Look, because there's this pretty other design. Let's just cut some of this off. I want, let me see if I can fit it all on here. I think so if I do it this way. Trying to cut everything. We'll come back and do that one in a second. Where's my plate? We'll have to run through at least 3 times. Yep, so there's that. Put that away. I'll just throw it in there for now. I think I just want that for some embellishment. I don't know if I'll do the dark one right now. That is so pretty. And line this one up. All right. Anybody have any big plans for the weekend? Guess it's the first weekend of the new year. Jeff is back. Now his back has been hurting him for the last 3 days. I need to check on him after this to see how he's doing. He did go back to work yesterday. Okay, there's that piece. I think I can put it down here. I'm gonna cut this in half just with my scissors. This is my scrap. That way I can fit it on here and do this. This design is so pretty. I can leave it on there if I want. So anyhow, he had to go to the chiropractor. If you've been following me, I had some issues before Christmas with my knee, and then where I couldn't even walk, like literally put any weight on it. So I got to the chiropractor it was like 2 days later though before I could get in, and then my back and my hips were hurting because I was compensating for my leg. Don't know what happened. It's just something pinched or don't know. Anyways, I'm feeling much better now. And now Jeff is hurting. So it's time for us to get our butts out and do some walking and do some weight training. So easy to talk yourself out of it, to do something more fun like crafting. But it's part of my word for 2025 is restore body, mind, and soul. So I gotta make the commitment and work it into my schedule. No weekend plans for Debbie. No rain, but yeah, it is going to be getting cold here next week. Probably not down where we're at, but I have heard some mention of snow in Texas. But that's very rare for us down here in the Texas Hill Country. All right, I think I'm done with that, and that will embellish our card just enough that we can wrap this up. And if you're new here, thank you for joining me. I would love to know who's watching. Hey, Leanne and Carrie. I'm just looking up. And let's figure out. Don't really want them to go off because then you'll be able to see underneath. I don't know if I envision that. I may have to stick it on the inside. We'll see. But first, I want to add a little bit of extra something. I think I'm gonna have to go up over here somewhere. So let's do that. I'm looking for my looking for my dimensionals. There they are. So let's put that right there and sneak it in right there with a leaf. The leaf I should be able just to tuck up under there with a little bit of liquid glue. Okay. I guess I can move over here. What do you, I don't know. I want to just leave it like that. Then let's open it up and add, what can we do here? I play around for a minute. Not crazy about that. I got to keep it in the heart. So, and what are our sentiments? Let me look at this one more time. We have the XO, trying to decide if I want to put another little um like the love you, I might stick on the inside. The XO, I could just do a little strip. This might be just the right size. Look. Okay. Gotta clean up my mess first. I'm just gonna do a little cluster right here, I think. Probably not anything on that one. So let's do, not really long enough probably to do dovetails, but, and I don't do this very often, but I am just going to cut it like that, and then we'll tack it down back behind here, sticking out, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna glue this one right to the cardstock. It's gonna be kind of the background, not too much. Kind of like that. I'm going to put, I guess since two of them stuck on there, I'm gonna do two. And then down here, Can't do it out like that. Do it like that, maybe. Right there. And then we'll do our all right, that may be a I'm gonna stick that right there. We're gonna put the white one, I think, on the inside. Just kind of center it. All right, I think that's gonna work. Let me get this. And then when we open it up this way, we're going to layer this like right here. Just need to hold it down. And we want to keep it flat. I'm just using up this extra stuff. I don't think I'll stamp love you because it'll be too much. And then there won't be any room to. All right. I think that's about it. Let's just add a couple of stuff everywhere. I'll put one down here. I hear kittens. Is that going to be enough? I might do like a medium one. Okay, that'll work. I'm calling it done. So this was flying by the seat of my pants. It worked. I'm not crazy about this part right here, but it is what it is. And then for some reason it goes up and not out straight. I don't know why. And then flip it up, and you've got this cute inside. And the other card, if you missed it, if you weren't here with us, is this awesome fun fold that I came across a few other demonstrators that had created it. So I don't know who the original designer was, but there we have it. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you, Wendy. And just something a little different, something fun, interactive, different type of fun folds I hadn't done before. So I can get it tight. I don't know. Probably not as pretty as I had it originally, but let me maneuver this a little bit. There we go. All right. Thank you for joining me for Feel Good Friday. When I sign off, I'm going to turn on some more 70s music. I don't know which way I should put those. There we go. Ta-da! So now is the time to be preparing for Valentine's. Don't wait till the last minute. Order your marbled effect DSP, the Heart of Elegance stamp set and dies. You can recreate the projects that I've created for the week. When you place an order of $40 or more during this week from Monday, which was the 30th, through this next Monday, January 6th, then you will get a PDF with all my projects for the week. It'll include a supply list along with cutting dimensions and a link to follow along with these projects I did. So I did this one. I'll provide a link for this one as well with information, so I'll include it in here. So you'll get 3 card ideas because I did do a video of that a couple of months ago. And then here's the project that I created on Monday again, the 12 by 12 scrapbook layout. There's a video to that along with the 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page that I created on Wednesday for my story and sketch. So every week I'm offering a PDF that you can receive for the projects when you place an order. So I am going to sign off and clean up my crazy space here that I made a huge mess with today because I was crafting on the fly today. And I hope that you will join me on Monday for my next Make It Monday live. I'm not even 100% sure what I'll be creating with because I am waiting to see what Stampin' Up and the artisans are posting Friday. And if I have the products, I'm going to use that. If not, I'll pick something from the new mini catalog that I won't be featuring, or maybe even the celebration catalog. I may do that. So we'll see. So it'll be a surprise. I'll give you a sneak peek on Sunday so you know what I'm preparing with. And oh, I'm so glad you're listening to some 70s music. I wish I could listen to it as well right now, but I think my video would get canceled if I put on any music. So I'll wait till I sign off. All right, y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see y'all next Monday. Bye.